Yo, how's it going? Coming live with another vlog. Well, okay, an actual vlog, unlike that last thing when it was just drawing and making fun of Richard and all that. Still need to find a better, or make a better icon, because I can't mix up can't mix up the two. Anyway, as you may notice, I am still tired. It's a Friday night. Tad bit late with this one, mostly because I'm attending a convention this weekend, WTF in Montreal, Dorval Airport. It's great and sad at the same time. It's great mostly because I get to meet people I meet last year. I get to draw all day. I get to draw for people and get paid for it, commissions. And I get to learn more stuff as well, interact with other artists. It's sad because I gotta get back to shitty ass QA testing on Monday, and like I told you guys last time, I'm coming to a point where I just want to quit, which sucks. It's just the way the industry has moved, and I'm basically fed up of sitting down with promises and not getting anything done, or them promising, oh, you might get an artist position at one point, just keep up, you might be permanent, blah blah blah, and nothing really happens. So I'm at that point where like I said, I no longer want to waste time anymore. Time is short, and knowing that I'm doing this entire weekend, this happens with every convention. Spending the whole weekend enjoying the whole damn thing, drawing, learning more stuff as I draw, and then coming back to a job I despise and hate on Monday, that hurts. That's like having a spring break weekend and going back as an accountant, a job that you're only doing for money. It really hurts. So I don't know. For this entire weekend, I'm gonna outperform myself, trying to get some more connections, trying to see if I can get year-long freelancing contacts and possible offer other contracts. I'm still continuing my comic. Wow, at the same time, I need to upload some of these digital files. That's right, there's a digital version of my comic. I just need to upload the files and set the prices, and I'll poke it outside. Of course, digital version comes out with extra stuff, the stuff that are in the printed work, instead of solely the things that are in the online version on the blogspot, which I need to update. I actually need to get a better system for that. So I gotta put that up. I got to just manage and do more stuff. Like, as I was saying, I was going to switch, or I'm tempted to switch YouTube partner, because moving into another direction. The current partner is taking a lot of revenues, and frankly, that hurts. If I kind of want to, get pencils out of this, I need to triple up the job when it comes to this, and tripling up meaning doing 5 times more than I did with the month of the ninja. How annoying would that be, huh? And frankly, it's not the kind of projects I want to continue. So yeah, there's a lot of things I have to set up to be in the comfort zone when it comes to doing artwork and gaining revenues from it. So I'll talk with people, I'll try to get some tips out of it, I'll see where it goes, because seriously, game testing, interesting entry job. Learned a lot of things about the industry, learned some good stuff, learned a lot of bad stuff, and indie games rule, no joke. Binding of Isaac, great game, made out of heart, none of that bullshit or bullshit issues. So when you think game testing is a job you want to try out to get inside the industry and hopefully get into production, that's not how it works nowadays. The industry changed. Sucks, but hey, you have to find backup options, and this is where I really feel bad for waiting this long or expecting for things to work this long, but now's the time I gotta move on. So this convention's a good eye opener. There's another one the week after, so I have no idea how I'm gonna record Deception 4 this week. Because after this convention, I gotta prepare stuff for the convention the week after. So it's either getting reprints ready, getting some new prints ready, and possibly working on freelance for others, depending on, after convention contracts, if that happens and such. So there's a meta game to it all, and I have to option select what to do. I wish I could have done all my recordings tonight, yet when it comes to Deception, it takes a while. How can I say that? Every video is a battle, but the entire chapter is like 3 to 4 battles. So imagine 30 minutes of this. Just actually no, not 30 minutes. It's an hour. It's an hour and 30 or such, depending on the chapter and depending on how quickly I clear it. But it's still overall an hour. An hour and such. Maybe 2 hours. Okay. Safety wise, 2 hours. Alright? No more arguing. So imagine I'd have to take an extra 2 hours tonight, and I'm already kind of burnt from the previous nights before the convention, because I had to get ready for the convention. So I don't know how it's all gonna fare out. Maybe Monday is gonna be a very dead period. Maybe Monday I'm gonna check if I can upload something else instead of Deception, but I clearly didn't expect that while jumping into Deception. But happens, right? Some things are just not as you expect, and you got to deal with it. Microsoft Xbox. But yeah, I'll just have to try and plan something out. Maybe if I finish earlier on Saturday or Sunday, I'm pretty sure I'll finish early on Sunday, then I can take some time to record some more Deception and continue on with it, because even I'm intrigued in what's going on and who's sending these people after oh hail Satan's child. So sorry for the bumps. It's been a rough week. Thank you for not being too mad about it, not being extremely angry about it. Hey, I wish this was a full-time job, because a lot of people say game testing is like playing a game all day long, but it's not. Seriously, fuck that job. After a while, you get so jaded. You do not want to become negative. How do you call it? Negative Nancy, all that, So we'll see where everything goes. I'm hoping for the best, but at the same time, I don't want to be late on that. And there are so many side projects I've left on the back burner because of setting up for conventions and just other outside bullshit. Bullshit meaning workplace stuff. So gonna try to get everything in gear. I still have game design run back, that next current episode fully recorded. The only thing that's missing is a small animated intro that I have worked on my tablet, and I need to just finish it. There's even the Killer Instinct. Wow, there's the Killer Instinct parody that I'm working on, or still working. Well, yeah, it's still on. That I need to complete. It's nearly done. There's a small jab I wanted to do at the Ultra Street Fighter 4 thing. It's really small. It's not as big as the new character. It turned out to be Captain Sawada, the most epic of all Street Fighter character. I will tell you, completely legit, verified, and approved. But yeah, I want to do another small joke like that to get just to work, animate, try some more stuff with After Effects. I'm slowly learning new tricks with After Effects, and I need to get that practice in, right? So all this thing is, or all these are getting kind of denied by the game testing job, because that's an 8-hour-a-day job, and that is starting to hurt. when you see the time fly by, when you see all the opportunities that you could have done, could have had, the crews you could have hanged out with, it's really too bad. It's quite too bad. It sucks. So if it sucks, time to fix it, right? You can't just whine about it and say nothing's gonna happen. I can't change a thing. Fuck that. Time to do something about it. Which is why, again, strongly considering Patreon, and at the same time, I want to make the content that will make it worth it. One of the biggest thing that I had in mind was to offer, like, having different tier, and one of the tiers would offer a free commission to the person or to whoever would back up that tier. I still need to revise that, see how it works, but yeah, just price gauging it. And wow, actually that's kind of fucked up. Now remember, my scanner is dead, so when it comes to sketch commission, it has to be digital. Lots of things to deal with, as I was saying, but hey, only time will tell. Time and effort will tell. This is what I got to do. So right now, fully going to enjoy this convention, push myself to the limit, learning some new moves already as I'm drawing, realizing a few extra things. So let's see where it goes. Got to push through, right? If you stay on the floor and always say, nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna move, I can't do it, then nothing's gonna happen. If you push yourself, you get informed, you get some strategy, you network, then you can get things to work. Especially when it comes to freelancing, you've got to market yourself, and you've got to be honest with yourself and the person that's commissioning you. That means two things. That means one, if a person asks for free work, you have to, most of the times you got to turn it down. If it's something really quick, like let's say kind of like the subscriber sketches thing, all right, that I do it because actually I want to give it back to the subscribers, and at the same time it's fun little practice for me as well. It's very quick. Like most of those sketches, especially the ink sketch, they didn't take more than 10 minutes each, possibly less. That easy. All right, that's fast, that's loose, that doesn't require a large amount of time, and it's practically my morning practice. All right. But if a person's gonna ask for, let's say, a whole cast of animation character, like what happened last year, a whole set of a comic, a poster, and asking that for free, then gotta turn down that person. Why? How do I live off that? And simple explanation. Let's say for that animation thing, how, as a freelancer, how am I supposed to feed myself if I'm doing this kind of work for free? And I always have to tell these people, whoever's contacting me for that kind of work, even comics, because some people had been contacting me for comic, 2 or 3 offers around, asking me to do manga, superhero comics and all that, and always saying, okay, well, there's going to be revenues after. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but I cannot live afterward. I have to live in the now. Meaning, if I don't have bread on the table tomorrow morning, then I'm not gonna live. And I can't really sacrifice health, monetary wise. Like, I'd be out in the street if I didn't have a current job or revenue. So you can't say, and especially if people are, some of these people, they do read biographies or resumes, and they're like, oh, you work in game testing currently, so you'll be able to support yourself. And this is where you got to flip it around, saying, well, look, I am stuck in a shitty job that doesn't give me experience. You are offering experience, but it's the same kind of experience I could have for myself, doing my own material, and then possibly getting revenues after. On that offset, I have less risk because I can go to convention, I can open a digital store, yada yada yada. I have less risk than being out in the streets than with your project where you're not even gonna pay. You're not even gonna pay for the experience I'm offering and potential of revenues that may not occur. And I know you do not want to sound like a douchebag when it comes to that. Like, you never want to sound like a douchebag when it comes to freelancing and all that, because your reputation is a big part of it. Yet at the same time, you got to make these people understand that you cannot live off good promises. Hell, biggest example, like I told you, man, promise of art job in the industry while doing QA. Fuck that. Never happened. 8 years. Never happened. What a waste. So that's why when it comes to being a freelancer, you can't always give freebies. You always got to measure how much time is it going to take you and how much are you going to charge per hour. Because if you're starting out, okay, you might want to go for base salary, but let's say 10 an hour or 11 an hour, depending on what's your base salary. And then, well, how fast am I going to complete this? And do I have another project afterward just to, stay alive? Do I have another monetary base? So you've got to be honest with yourself at that point. You can't just give freebies and hope for the best. Hell, I think I spoke about that before, but used to join this original character battle place, and alright, good experience. The feedback was completely terrible. Some people were extremely aggressive for no fucking reason. It was like being in the League of Legends community, but for artists. Which, in a sense, fuck that. Fuck it. If you want feedback, go to conceptart.org, or there's going to be other places because CG Hub is kind of dead. Or, you know what, even better, go ask your artist friend that's a professional. Not someone that's going to be like, oh, put it on a wall, blah, blah, blah. No. You ask a professional, and you're going to get your feedback. So that whole original character battle, still got experience from it, but at the same time, all that time could have been time spent on my own comic. So, blah. Lots of experiments, though. I still go back and look at these, and I had time to experiment with a lot of different things. And there's some of these things I want to go back to right now, so alright. It's not experience lost, right? Kind of like with the QA. Lots of contacts, a lot of people, but in the end, it still feels like an overall waste of time when it came to getting a career in art and learning more stuff about art. So, blah. So, yeah, be honest with yourself, and when it comes to freebies, difficult. Too difficult. May not really work at all. Hell, you gotta live, right? So, do it. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen after this convention. I am hoping for some kind of an array of freelance contract. At the same time, again, setting up the online store. There's another convention happening the week after, so double up the effort, reprint the comics or the physical versions, because people are going to be passing by, and boom, get it done. As for the other projects, I'll see what happens. I'll definitely see what happens. I gotta make time for all of it, and frankly, after both of these conventions, I should have some time. Already working on something else relating to the whole comic, but I'm still trolling people around just to tell them maybe something's happening, maybe not. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Something I really like about game devs, when they pull that stuff off, Kamiya is great for it. What's his name? Ono from Capcom is really great for that. Like, I'm just learning from these guys and trying to apply it to my own stuff. So, woo. Aside from that, Big props to Street Skates for sending me Serious Sam again. Gonna get to it. Gonna try to do a bit of streaming of it. I am pushed back for the Yakuza streaming. Very sorry for that. Should have been tonight, but the headache. God, the headache hurts. So I guess, wow, I'm pushing it back for another month, meaning mostly because next week is going to be the other convention. So I'm either picking a night next week or it's going to go up to June. And then we're going to blitzkrieg through Yakuza 5 together, figuring things out as we go. So again, it's still on. I just need to clear up. And don't worry, my personal projects will not really come in the way of the Yakuza 5 streaming. That's, different time. I have a time for gaming, and I have a time for my own project. And right now, the gaming time is overlapped with the convention. So everything is getting pushed back. Oh yeah, props to Doggy080. Recently completed Super Mario 3D World's last special stage. 4 hours to complete that last special stage. That's fucking nuts, man. This guy had Twitch reflexes like crazy. You should check it out. I'll post a link in the description, but man, I've watched his 30-minute compilation of this 4 hours, and man, the grueling struggle, you add some kind of Soul Calibur quote to it. It's nuts. I always knew the special stages were meant to be tough, but they kind of went batshit insane on this one. Fucking batshit insane. Miyamoto, man, he wants you to survive. He wants you to fight to survive, man. Which is great. Mega prop for them. And also brings me to something I'll have to talk about when it comes to the Wii, but oh well, that's gonna be another topic. Maybe I should bring back the Quick Talk events. Definitely worth talking about that, unless I already went into this into a long speech. But anyhow, okay, so that's it for the vlog. I'd be rambling on. Oh, and I don't survive this game. You can already imagine. I just don't. I do get spoiler alert. Maybe I should fast forward it as I can. I definitely can. I'll fast forward until the end, and then you might hear a rage quit. Nah. So I don't survive this game, but Binding of Isaac on Steam, so addicting. Metagame, roguelike, strategies, addicting as hell. Alright, I'm out. Thanks to everyone. And soon we'll be having some times with Yakuza 5. That's right. Later, guys.